Hey, you guys. I hope I'm starting at a good point and you're just not being, I'm not being cut off here. Anyways, let's start again. I don't have a regular video for you this week. I'm still working on it and it's just taking me a lot longer than I thought. So if you are signed up for the Writer Mom newsletter, then you know that I've been working on my first ever kind of day in the life video, because I know a lot of you guys want to know how I get everything done and what my day looks like, especially, writing and publishing with, also raising two kids and managing a household and all of that. I set aside one day a week or two ago, probably a couple weeks ago, just to kind of record throughout the day, just kind of a typical day, just so you guys could see. And I think I just ended up recording just a ton of footage, and it's taking me forever to just go through it and edit it and, decide which parts are relevant and which ones I need to cut out. And so that's been taking a long time. And, if I don't want it to end up being 3 hours long, then I need to just really keep working on it and just cut it down to the essentials so that you guys can see what a typical day for us is like here, without it taking literally your whole day to watch it. So it's coming, I promise. It's just taking me a little bit longer. But I can't wait to see what you guys think of it, and if you guys would like me to do more of those in the future. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys to watch and just kind of see what my day is like and then see the kids and everything. But it's just going to take a little bit more time. And I thought today I'd come on here anyways and do a goals video. Since quarter one finished just 11 days ago, actually, I didn't want too much time to pass with the quarter one ending for 2019 and just coming on here to talk about how things have been going in my author business so far. And all of my goals for 2019, I've set some pretty ambitious goals, and there's a lot I want to do this year. And last year I didn't always do as good of a job updating everybody, or even just with myself, sitting down myself to kind of look at how I'm doing and where I need to pivot and, look at my progress and everything. Didn't always do it right on time. So that's something I definitely want to do better this year, is just as soon as each quarter is done, sit down, look at my goals. How did everything go? What do we need to change? That kind of thing, just so I kind of always know exactly where I'm at, where I'm going, and how I need to adjust, because you will adjust. Life happens, you get behind sometimes, or things change and you decide you want to go this way instead of that way. So I did sit down and do this on March 31st, just kind of on my own. I took a couple hours to just go through my quarter one and assess, and then kind of look at quarter two. What am I going to keep? What am I going to change? And where do I want to go from here? And so it was actually a lot of fun, because as you guys know, I totally geek out on setting goals and everything and reaching for them and stuff. And so I have some good stuff to share with you guys and to update you guys on. And if you're kind of new here or you haven't seen this video just yet, if you just subscribed recently or something, you might want to go back and look at this video. It's called 2019 Goals and Quarter One Goals. So I just, at the beginning of the year, I sat down and shared, what do I want to do this year in my author business and with Writer Mom, and even a little bit with my personal self-care goals. And then I also broke that down into quarter one and I shared. So if you want to go take a look at that later, you'll probably find that helpful if you kind of just want to see how far I've come. Right now, I'm just going to assess quarter one and kind of just go through quickly, and hopefully this video doesn't end up being super long. And then I'm going to move on and share quarter two goals with you guys, and kind of, give you an update on things. So this is actually, I'm looking at my Dream Year planner. This is a planner that I designed myself. because I love planning and setting goals, but I could never quite find one that was right for me as an author, as a mom with lots of things going on, and just the way I like to break down goals. I like to kind of have an overview, more of a general overview for the year, and then kind of just really focus a quarter at a time, and then break that down into this is what needs to happen this month, and then I also plan weekly and daily. So let me just kind of show you really quick. So like like here are my Q2 goals. So I have a lot of things written down there, and then here is like January, and I have like my word counts there. And then I also have a list of goals for January and a little space at the bottom to assess. And then, and I also have like the word count at the top is how many words total I wrote that month, and I have some trackers here. And then I, also break it down into like a weekly list of things to do and room to assess, and then also these boxes for daily and what I need to be doing every day. Things don't always go perfectly. There's a lot of times where not everything gets done, but this has helped me so much just from using this planner. Like I tripled my income, I put out double the books I had before, and it just keeps me from having like 1,000 tabs open in my head at all times. So if you're interested in this planner or want to go take a closer look and see if it might be right for you, you can check that out at writermom.net/planner, and there's a link below in the description as well. I love this planner, and it's one of my favorite things. So I refer to it like constantly every single day. So, okay, so for quarter one, let me just quickly go through this. So my self-care goals was sleep, 7 to 8 hours. I crossed that out. That mostly happened. Working out 5 times a week, again, mostly happened. I went from like going to the gym to mostly walking now, but I'm still like working out on most days or going for a walk. Go back to getting up at 6 a.m. So I got back into this habit. It doesn't always happen perfectly every single day. Sometimes I slip, but crossed that out. It did pretty good. I had put on here, do 1 writing sprint before 6:45, and I actually decided to get rid of that and really focus on my morning routine instead, because my morning routine, between like getting ready is like 20-25 minutes, and then probably like an hour or so of just my morning routine, like meditation, my miracle morning, writing down my goals, writing down my to-dos for the day, reading, and my 24-hour plan for what I'm going to eat, and doing like a thought download, which is basically like morning pages. So just all of that takes about an hour, and getting some coffee. Level up my mindset around food via PMP course, and start losing weight. So this year, one of my biggest goals, besides my author business and growing that, extensively, is my weight and my health. I have the goal of losing 35 pounds this year, and I signed up for this program called PMP. So a lot of this quarter was going through the course and just start changing my mindset around food, which I crossed out. I did really great with that. Again, not perfect. Took me 3 months to lose 5 pounds, but I did lose like 4 pounds by the time I did this. So that was great. Hair, nails, eyebrows done regularly. I circled hair and nails because I still haven't done my hair. I'm in dire need of doing my hair. And then I didn't do my nails during Q1. So I haven't done my nails, my fingernails at all, but I did finally go and get a pedicure just since spring has started. I'm like, it's time. So, but I did circle them because I wasn't as good as doing that regularly. And then taking time off for birthday, school, holidays, sick days, and personal days. So I did do that. I was pretty good about that. Now, whenever my kids, have a day off from school, I'm pretty good about like us doing something and getting out of the house a little bit. So that was it for my self-care. So I did pretty good with just about everything. For Writer Mom, I said go live or share stories consistently on Instagram. I did that. The Plan With Me video weekly, I actually stopped doing that because I think not as many people found it helpful or, wanted those videos from me. And I was like, I'd rather just put that energy into doing more videos like this one where I share my goals for like bigger picture goals like every quarter, or like how my author business is doing, what I'm learning, how I'm growing. Here's how to do this, here's how to do that, or, why I'm in KU, or how I tripled my income last year, just that kind of thing. Let's see, the Writer Mom newsletter, I changed it to Monday and then Monday Mastery. So I kind of consolidated a lot of things, but I pretty much stayed on track with that. One video every 2 weeks. I did do that. I actually went back to posting weekly, so that's great. And then update Writer Mom blog posts. Like I said, I consolidated a lot of stuff and I actually got that done. For reading, I wanted to read 10 awesome books. I got to 8. I got pretty close, and I have several books that I'm like about to finish, so that number is going to be going up. Let's see, for my fiction, my YA fiction, I'm an indie author. I self-publish my books on Amazon, and so this actually takes up half of my page, whereas the other things were like a quarter and a quarter. So my biggest goals are definitely on here. So I have 3 stars here for the system I wanted to implement starting this year. And it was write 2,000 words in 60 minutes, Monday through Friday, edit or outline, 60 minutes Monday through Friday, and then market 60 to 90 minutes Monday through Friday. So I wanted to start doing like all of those things every day, but I kind of went back to just how I used to do it, and it just feels right. And that's just either writing or editing or outlining, and just kind of taking things one project at a time and moving through that step of the process as quickly and as efficiently as I can, and then moving on. So if I'm drafting a book right now, I'm not also editing something else. I'm just drafting, and building a lot of momentum, and then finishing that. And then if I need to edit, I edit for as long as I need to, and then I move on. And I actually found that I build a lot of momentum that way. But I do still market every day, at least like 30 minutes. Publish a short story, I didn't do that. Publish The Boyfriend There in February, I did that at the very end of February. I got kind of behind, but I did do that. Have book 5 ready by March or April, I didn't do that. I fell a little bit behind because I actually got sick in January, and then I got sick again in February. So that's okay, life happens. I have sick days, built in, and if I get a little bit behind, it's really not the end of the world. So draft first book of the next series. Again, I didn't do that. I think I outlined it, but I didn't start drafting. Use Facebook, AMS, and BookBub ads to keep books in the top 50 of the main category. I actually stopped running all of my Amazon ads and BookBub ads. I never really got that much into those. I was thinking I'd like to master all of those, but right now I'm really just focusing on mastering Facebook ads and learning those and try to grow my readership that way. But I did get all of my books in the top 50 main category at one point. Right now it's like 2 of them in the top 50 and the other 2 are in the top 100. But so they're still doing great, but it was really cool to just see all the books in the top 50. So it was really cool to hit that goal. Figure out why book 2 underperforms and fix as needed. I did do that. I tweaked the title a little bit, and I think that helped. And it made it more consistent with the rest of the books. But that book still sometimes doesn't always do as well. I don't know. Consistently engage fans via Facebook and the newsletter. I did do that. There were some weeks where I didn't always go live on Facebook or post on Facebook for my reader group, but I was pretty consistent with the newsletter, and that's way more important. Create and announce Patreon. I didn't do that. Keep $1,000 in my savings. I did that. Keep paying off my business credit card. I did do that. And hit $4,000 a month or more. I really thought I wasn't going to hit that. And then my new release at the end of February took off, and I ended up hitting $4,000 in February, and then March ended up being my biggest month ever at $8,500. So it was kind of crazy. Facebook ads played a huge role, plus the new release. So I just thought that was super awesome, and I was super grateful to have a really great first quarter. I ended up making about $16,000. So I really want to hit $100,000 this year. Last year I made $18,000. The year before that I made like $8,000 or $6,000. So I really just want to keep growing and put out more books than ever. And so technically I'm a little bit behind. I should have hit closer to like $25,000 this quarter. But I've also only put out one book so far. I have another book that's about to drop, and then I'm going to be publishing a lot more consistently the rest of the year, pending that I don't get sick again, or something crazy doesn't happen. So I'm not worried about it at all. I'll have more books by the end of the year, and so that's it's probably not going to be 25, 25, 25, 25K. It's probably going to be like 16K, then 25K, then 40K, just like that. I expect it to just kind of keep growing a little bit more exponentially than just in a straight line. Let's see, other file our taxes, which we did a little bit late, but that did happen. And then finish our emergency fund. We didn't do that. And then save for a new car. Again, that was after the emergency fund, so we didn't do that. But life happened, so we had to kind of use our savings a little bit. That's okay. We're kind of back on track now. So yeah, and then I'm just going to share a couple quick things here as far as like lessons learned. Going back to batching, just writing, or editing, like I said. Doing pretty good on my self-care. There was a couple of things that I didn't get to, but I was happy that I hit most of my things. I had my first $8,000 month. I implemented profit first in my business, which is going great. I'm really glad I took the time to do that. My book, one of my series, The Real Cinderella, hit #1 for a little while in its main category, even though it's been out for almost a year. So that was really awesome. And then the new release, The Boyfriend Dare, was actually at #2 right next to it. So that was really great. I did outline a few projects, even though I didn't really have time to draft them. For what worked, let's see. I also wrote down that I got sick twice, and there were a lot of days where I kind of just wasted time, and so I wrote that down. What worked this quarter? What didn't work? What did I learn? And where will I pivot? So I went back to batching, like I said, because that just kind of feels better and feels right as far as my process. I kind of spent more time on Facebook ads and making sure they get done first, or second item of my day. I can make $8,000. I can be smart with my money. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm determined to just keep going, not necessarily just catch up, because I'm not about to do, crazy stuff and sacrifice my health or time with my family to catch up, so I'm a few days behind. I'm just going to adjust everything as I need to. I'm still going to be able to get out a lot of books this year. I lost 4 pounds, and I'm actually now on April 11th up to 5.5 pounds down. So that's exciting. We'll be batching Writer Mom stuff more. So I stopped batching, and I need to not do that, because whenever I batch, it's just way better. I can plan things out and schedule things out. So I'm going to do that more. Stop wasting time. Use calendar blocking, because that helps me a lot. When I go into Google Calendar, I take my to-dos and I just put them in. That helps a lot. And then use my Sunday wisely so I can plan my week. And meal prep, and maybe kind of get a head start on the week. So that's how that went. So first quarter, pretty good, I have to say. I've had worse. So, and then I have to say it was actually a pretty good quarter. Now moving on to second quarter of 2019, I'm just going to quickly go through my goals. And then just kind of, that'll be it. So thank you guys for sticking with me so far. So a lot of the self-care stuff of this is the same. So again, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, basically from 10 to 5:30 on weekdays at least. Walk every day. Work on healing my feet. I have issues with plantar fasciitis, and it is getting a little bit better, I think, but I just need to keep doing that, stretches and rolling my feet and all of that, because I would like to get back to running and signing up for 5Ks. PMP Daily, that's my, weight loss course. So I'm working on losing weight. So I'm just going to listen to that daily. There's podcasts that I listen to and courses. I want to lose 10 more pounds. So, and I'm already 1.5 pounds in. So that's exciting. My hair, I want to do that 1 time this quarter. My nails 2 times. So my pedicure, I guess. And then probably closer to 3. And then eyebrows just go every couple weeks because that for me is just self-care. And then doing my makeup most days, just and changing into real clothes. Time off for birthdays, sick days, holidays, and personal days, and then do a little bit of spring cleaning. I already cleaned out my kids' clothes. They had a lot of stuff that's going out for donation, just things that they've outgrown or outworn, and things that we can actually give to family members as well. But I still have to do toys, which have really accumulated, and my clothes and shoes, which shouldn't be too bad because I'm not a huge shopper. And maybe just kind of checking out on our hall closets and stuff. For Writer Mom, keep, showing up on Instagram consistently. I have a guest post that I need to do for this awesome podcast and blog called Writer Mom Life. I want to do a weekly YouTube video, so keep sending out the weekly newsletter and get back to batching videos and scheduling those out. And then also just create and announce a Patreon for those who would like to support Writer Mom. For reading, I want to read 11 awesome books, and I have a lot going right now, so I think I'm on good track. I'm on a good track there. And then for my YA fiction, so again, this makes up most of my goals. I want to have my first $10,000 month. I want to write 2,000 words or edit an outline for 2 hours Monday through Friday. So just, set aside that time and make sure I'm doing that and being consistent, because that's how I'm going to be able to publish all these books. For marketing, do 30 to 60 minutes daily and focusing mostly on Facebook ads for now. Publish hashtag Breaking the Rules, which is coming out next week, and then do a huge series promo with that. So that's coming up as well. And prepare a little bit later on a box set for that series. And then draft Boys of Summer, which is my next project. I'm like a couple thousand words in. Draft my next book. Draft another book that I have due. So I'm wanting to draft 3 books this quarter. One of them is a novella, so I'm hoping I can get most of that done. Publish another book, and then consistently engage fans once a week on Facebook via live video, and then on my newsletter, create and announce a Patreon for that. And then implement Profit First on the 10th, 25th, and quarterly, and keep paying off my business credit card. For personal stuff, finish. Okay, so I put finish filing taxes, but that's done. Save money for a new car that we would like to purchase. And I would need to plan a couple of summer trips we'd like to take, and, keep up with the spring cleaning. So, and I put that twice, so it's okay. I guess then I'll make sure that happens. So those are my quarter 2 goals. So it's kind of ambitious with the writing stuff. I think 10 pounds and doing my self-care is really good. And Writer Mom stuff, it's nothing new. It's just stuff that I'm already doing other than the Patreon. For my fiction, really need to be consistent so that I can keep writing and publishing books. But other than that, pretty exciting. And then on this page, I just have this with all the dates and stuff. And I have some stuff blocked out. So like, we already had a spring break here. I've put down our appointments here. Soccer games. So I have like soccer. And then I know when the season ends. So by May, we're pretty much done. Last day of school. And then, first day of summer over here. And then there's a summer search thing that my daughter's in. And my birthday down here. So I've already gone ahead and blocked out a few dates. So that's what I've got going on there. And then I have this page already ready over here, so I can come back and assess later when I do that video. So yeah, that's what I have going on this quarter, you guys. Like I said, I'm already a couple thousand words into my next book. I have my second book of the year coming out. I'm aiming to have my $10,000 month and lose another 10 pounds. So again, lots of stuff going on, but I'm just really taking it one day at a time and, breaking my goals down and just really focusing on today and what can I do today to move closer towards my goals, 1% at a time, just one little step at a time. It's easy to get overwhelmed with everything, but, don't let myself get overwhelmed anymore. There's a lot going on, but if I just focus on what I need to do each day, then I know most of this stuff will happen. And if there's a few things that I don't hit like last quarter, it's okay. I am getting the most important things done. So that's what's important. So that's it, you guys. That's it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments and hear how the first quarter of 2019 has been treating you, and how are you pivoting for Q2? What are your goals for Q2? I'd love to hear about that in the comments. And like I said, if you want to check out this planner, it's the Dream Year Planner. You can check it out at writermom.net/planner. Yeah, if you found this video helpful and want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the like button. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for dropping in. And I'll see you next week. Bye.